Okay, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it is important to understand how physical and mental health affect one another. Right here in Rhode Island, we have resources to help us learn more and accomplish our personal goals. Joining us today from South County Psychiatry, Rhode Island, is President and Chief Executive Officer Anthony Gallo and Chief Operating Officer Jim Florio. Good morning, guys. Thanks so much for coming in.
Good morning.
Anthony, I'm going to start with you. If you can just tell us about how integrating weight and behavioral health has really helped people.
Well, to have full health, you need to look at both aspects of the patient, both the physical aspect and the mental health aspect of the patient. So you want to make sure that you're dealing with how people are eating, what their lifestyle is like, their exercise choices, their sleep choices, and then of course addressing any mental health needs that they may have, depression, anxiety, ADHD, because all of these things impact each other greatly.
Right, when somebody goes into somewhat of a depression, they may either not be eating at all or overindulging in a lot of things that they probably shouldn't be having as well, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it really has affected. Now, the new intensive outpatient program, explain that to us as well.
Well, when people have significant mental health needs to the point that they can't function or they can't work, we have now developed a program where people can come see us and they're able to get more intense treatment on a daily basis without actually having to go into the hospital.
Okay. So are these day programs where folks, do they stay with you folks, or do they come on a daily basis?
So right now the program that we've designed is a total virtual program, so it allows amazing access for people, but it is a daily program just in the morning.
Which is probably great for a lot of people. So I mean, you know, they don't have to worry about getting someplace, maybe if they don't have the mode of transportation to be able to get to you guys and get the help that they really desperately need. So there's no excuse, right?
Yes.
No excuse. And you've welcomed some new doctors on board as well.
Yeah, I mean, we are lucky to have an amazing staff. We have a whole range of nurse practitioners, therapists. We have the weight and wellness staff, of course, that we started in December, but we're thrilled to announce a new group of doctors today, including Mark Zimmerman, who's an internationally renowned researcher in psychiatric outcomes and diagnosis. So this is a huge, huge deal for the state of Rhode Island and for us in general.
And Anthony, we don't want to leave you out. Tell us about the culture in the office itself.
Yeah, so I mean, at SCP, we have the luxury to, Anthony and I, to create a culture that is welcoming, you know, outside the confines of a corporate culture where, you know, you have politics and bureaucratic processes. Sure. We have the ability to sit down and meet with our employees on a daily basis, our clinicians, come up with ideas and actually implement them in real time. And I think that's something special that Anthony and I are able to do on a daily basis. Now, part of that is because of how we were raised. We're both Italian Americans who were raised by Italian American families. Parents didn't go to college. We have values, you know, family values. And it's really important for us to create that at South County Psychiatry. Which is a good thing. Now, May, as we were saying at the top of this, is Mental Health Awareness Month. But we shouldn't only be focusing on it just in May, but throughout the year as well. How are you folks focusing on it? So partnering. So we are doing the best of our ability to partner with as many community representatives as possible. And by community representatives, I'm talking local schools. Like recently, Times 2 Academy in Providence, we went out and we did a nutritional dietitian counseling to families and parents of the kids there. Recently, we attended the State House event on mental health awareness. We were a sponsor, and we plan on doing something daily throughout the month of May to partner with people in the community to raise awareness, but also create balance. So at SCP, one of the things that we really care about is balance. Mm-hmm. Not only work-life balance, but during the day, we allow our team to exercise. We have a trainer that comes out a couple of times a week. Her name is Zoe Habershaw. We have our own exercise physiologist, Ariana, that does training for our team. It's really important to us. It's really important for people's mental health to be able to do that as well. And quickly, if you can just tell us, what age groups do you see? Is it everybody? Or?
The entire spectrum. It is. We have, you know, little kids, 5, 6 years old, and we treat people in their 90s.
Right, and if someone's watching today and they feel like they can't get the help they need to reach out, because they're not alone. There's so many people that really need the help. Guys, thanks so much for coming in. Great to have you here. And if you are in need of help, please make sure that you do reach out. You are not alone. If you are looking for location or more information from South County's Psychiatry, convenient locations and new outpatient program, you can head to rhodeshow.com.